Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm VelvettB, and thank you for joining me today for a speed build in The Sims 4. So today we are celebrating Pride Month, and we are building a cute Lavender Cottage, or Purple Cottage, as the case may be. So we've been celebrating all month, Pride Month, through building in the Pride flag colours. So we've done red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and now we are up to purple. So this is our final build in our little Pride Month series. So I hope you enjoy it. So I had sort of had in my mind like you know how there's like the Henford on Bagley cottages, which are more the traditional cottages. And then there are the sort of the Willow Creek cottages, which are kind of more of a modernish, kind of more Englishy. I don't know, like the traditional cottage is Englishy as well, so I guess that's probably not a good thing to say. But you know, there's like the Willow Creek kind of cottage, and there's like the Henford on Bagley kind of cottage. And I wanted to do like a Willow Creek kind of cottage, so I am doing that today. So it's more of a traditional style build, and I just went wild on the flowers. So I actually built this on stream, and then I've turned this into a little speed build for you guys, just to make it a little bit more of a speedier watch for you guys, if you want to be interested in watching my little build today. I think it's a super sweet, super cute build. I really like how it came out, and as I said, I went absolutely wild on the flowers. So there's like purple flowers everywhere. Like everywhere. I like mixed it up a little bit with some white ones in there as well, and a bit of greenery, just, you know, to add a little balance. And I put like those little cute mushrooms that you get from it's cottage living debug, so you get like these cute little mushrooms. So I put those in the garden as well, because I thought they would be sweet and kind of cottagey. Yeah, so that's what I did. Oh, yeah, so much so much landscaping, but I had a lot of fun. Now this is only a 20 by 15 lot, so it is a small lot, and I did this as a tiny home residential, so you can probably see that on the screen. I've used 100 tiles out of 100 possible tiles, so I went to the max on it. But this does count as a tiny home, a residential, so you can get all the little buffs that you get with a tiny home. So I don't know if you are aware, but if you're not aware, you actually do get some little like skill speed buffs and that sort of thing when you are playing in a tiny home. So they're well worth playing in if you want to you learn like your skills fast and that sort of thing. So like the micro home have the most buffs, and then so you get a micro home, and then like there's the next level tiny home, and then there's a larger tiny home, which is the one that we're building today with 100 tiles. So I think there's like 32, 64, 100 tiles, and they've all got sort of like different level buffs and that sort of thing. And yeah, so you don't get quite as many with the 100 tile house, but you get a little bit more room, which is nice, because like a 32 tile home is so teeny tiny. I couldn't do that, so I decided to go like the biggest possible tiny home option, which is the 100 tiles. So as you can see here, the house is starting to take shape. I decided on the windows, so I actually went with the Realm of Magic windows. I thought they were really pretty, and I'm mixing it up with lavender plaster along with the horse ranch stone. So that's what's going in there, and we've used the Jungle Adventure doors in the grey. So what I'm doing is I'm doing grey as kind of my contrast colour. So I'm doing grey and white and purple. So the main focus colour is obviously the lavender and the purple, because that's our Pride Month colour. That's what we're going to be celebrating. And you can see that I mainly brought that in with the landscaping, because I've got to level with you guys. Building in purple in The Sims is really hard. Like in the interior, there are just a real lack of swatches available. So it is actually quite hard to build in any sort of purple shade in The Sims. Yeah, like there's a little bit more in like the berry colors, but like the light lavender, I don't know why, but there is a real lack of anything light lavender for decorations in The Sims 4. So yeah, it was just sort of finding my way there and working that out. So I'm just putting the columns on the corners of the building, just to add a little bit of definition to I guess the shape of the build is the reason that I did that. I'm just using the plain columns from Get Together. and just getting in the little basics, the letterbox and the rubbish bin. And then I was like, Riviera Retreat stuff. Yes, I can use that. So I'm going hard on the Riviera Retreat stuff. I don't have a pool, but I'm still using the Riviera Retreat stuff. So we've got this lovely, I don't know, what is it called? Is it like it's kind of like a little pergola type thing. And so I'm just decorating that. I mean, it's as big as the backyard, but I was determined to put that in the backyard. Just as a cute little area, you know? I thought that would be like super sweet and pretty, and that's why I did it. So I'm just using the stonework from the Riviera Retreat kit as well. I love those little path stones. They are fantastic. And just a little seat under the tree as well. So yeah, I was like, I couldn't help myself. I love that kit. I think it's gorgeous. And yeah, I like to use it. Then I realized I didn't have like a little barbecue or anything out here. So I was like, right, base game barbecue, and we'll use the Riviera Retreat table and chairs. So we've got that sort of squished in there in the backyard. So we've got like a nice backyard. This is not a family backyard. This is for a couple. Because it is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. So it is very much for a couple, maybe like an elderly couple or a young couple who just really, they've got to love flowers. They've really got to love flowers because there's flowers everywhere. I did try to go as much as I could more traditional on the decorating on the interior. It was a little tricky because, as I said, the purple options in the game are really lacking. Like, I wanted to do more traditional rugs and that sort of thing, but just, yeah. It's hard sometimes. You just don't have the options that you want. So I'm using the Country Kitchen kit for the kitchen. So just going all out with that because it's got a really lovely shade of lavender, that a lavender swatch, which is really nice. So I was like, yes. And then I went with the new bistro. I actually used a lot of kit stuff in this build. Come to think of it. So I used a new Cozy Bistro kit table and chairs because those are super cute. And I was just playing around with putting a half wall in the middle of the lounge to see whether or not it would look okay, separated it out, but it just really squished the room down and looked awful. So I was like, nah, yeet. Put that out of the way. So I divided it out. It's like, so in the bottom level, it's all open living. So you got your living, dining, and kitchen. There was space for a little entranceway as well. And there was a bit of space for some bookshelves to go in there as well. So those will go in a minute. So see what I mean about the rug? Like, there wasn't really, rug options was just so bad as far as like some of the choices went, like in the traditional sort of, there wasn't really much in the way of traditional kind of rugs in the colors that I needed. Like, yeah, even the rug that I used there is a little on the berry side. It was like, okay, but it was a little on the berry side and it was a little too modern for what I wanted, but it was what it was. You know, you kind of just got to work with what you've got to work with there, unless you go down the route of CC. You know, then that's a whole other story. You've got a lot more flexibility and that sort of thing, you know, as you go. But this is a non-CC build, so I was working with what we had in The Sims. So just getting a little bit of clutter in the kitchen. I thought put a rug under the table and a little flower on the table. And I think that's about the downstairs done. Now, please ignore the roof sticking through. I just could not. I did try and fix it, but I could not get it to not stick through. I don't know why it was doing that, because it usually doesn't. So yeah, that was a little odd, but I have since fixed it. I just had to change a couple of things around and I got it fixed. So it will be fixed up on the gallery, but in the build, you just have to ignore it. I'm sorry. I did try to fix it there and just like, it wasn't working, and I don't know why it was doing that, but anyway, it was. So managed to get it all sorted. Just changed the trim on the roofing around because I was using the for rent trim, but yeah, it was just kind of sticking through the wall and I don't really know why. So just put it on a smaller trim and it seemed to work okay. Anyway, moving on to the last room of the build, which is the bathroom. So it's just a little squishy 3x2+1 because there's like one little bit on the end bathroom. But I managed to squeeze in like lots of little bits of clutter. I used the Realm of Magic counters, the shower and the toilet in there. Because I don't know, I just thought they were pretty and they worked with the windows, so I thought that was quite cool, and lots of little purple accessories. And I think that is our build done. So yay for Yay for purple. I did the best that I could. So let's just take a little look at what we built. So this is the exterior here, and I love, love, love all the flowers. I mean, honestly, I just went super wild on the, on the flowers. I couldn't help myself. I just started and then I just couldn't stop. It was just like go, go, go. Yeah, obviously we were limited on the tiles, so I couldn't put much in the way of like the raised balcony, the raised porches down. I probably would have ordinarily like maybe gone on like a bigger lot and done more porches and that sort of thing if it was a smaller home, but the porches do count towards the tile spaces, so there was no point doing a whole lot of porches. And you know, it was a nice and small and cozy on that 20 by 15 lot, so I was happy with that. I think it was a good choice. So into the inside, and as we talked about, we've got the country kitchen and the bistro table, and we've got like the living area. I think that's Discover University, the couch and the armchairs, I'm pretty certain. And we're just sort of, I think it's the wallpaper from Vampires kit, pretty certain on that one. And the Realm of Magic bookcase and counter there, and then we've got, I think there's a Seasons bed. I do love that bed. There was really no options as far as like more traditional beds go. I managed to fit a fireplace in there because there's like chimneys, so I was like, yay. And then that's our bathroom at the end. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like and comment too, that would be great, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.